Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Also the North Central Chaplain for Broken Chains, JC. It is a pleasure to be with you this morning. It is January 24th, 2024, and we are going to be looking at Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 13 and 14. Proverbs chapter 24, verses 13 and 14. It says, "Eat honey, my son, for it is good, and the honeycomb is sweet to your palate. Realize that wisdom is the same for you. If you find it, you will have a future, and your hope will never fade." Honey is one of those treasures that is beneficial in many ways. It's a natural antibiotic. It tastes amazing. The honeycomb gives you something to chew on. Again, it's very, very useful in so many ways. And the bees just keep reproducing it. It just keeps feeding you if you're not destructive with it. When you have something that's good and you know it's good, you take a hold of it and you use it in every way you can. And you cherish it. Solomon says, the good things in life, they're good things. Hold on to them. Experience them. Let yourself use them. And the reality is, we have so many other things in our lives that are good as well. He talks about the honey, and yes, Danny, I know you bottle honey and you raise bees, and bless you. Some of the best honey I've ever had, by the way. If you need to get a hold of Danny, he is Red Cap Honey. Happen to have his business card sitting right in front of me, so glad you're here, brother. But you realize that there's many other things in your life that are just like the honey. They're great. They're good. But like honey, if you take it to excess, it can be a problem. You can get a bellyache if you eat too much honey. If you're destructive with the bees, it can cause a problem with them. You got to do things in the right way, right? Too much of a good thing is a saying, right? And in many ways, that's true. If you're married and you have a sexual relationship with your wife, you can take that too far. You need to cherish what you have with your spouse, right? But we need to realize that wisdom is the same as any other good thing. Not that you can have too much of it, but you got to cherish it. You got to hold on to it. You got to cultivate it. If you find that source of wisdom, hold on to it. Protect it with everything you got. Because if you do, it's going to provide a future for you. It's going to give you the things you need. Earlier in chapter 24, Solomon said, a house is built by wisdom. This is where it all stands. If you want to move forward, cherish the things that are good in your life. Protect them at all costs. Make sure you're not putting yourself in a position where you're using it all up and leaving yourself left with nothing. Just like that with wisdom, you need to make sure that you're applying it in the right ways. Guys, I tell you every day, this thing is critical. It's called the Bible. And if you're not opening it and reading it every day, you haven't found wisdom. You may listen to me, and I'm glad you do, but you haven't found wisdom. And because of that, you're probably using up everything you gain without allowing it to be renewable in your life. This is alive. It's active. His mercies and His blessings are new every day. The mercies and blessings every day, new. If you really open it, you really spend time in it, you really cherish it as that special thing that you have. You get something new every day. And if you're not getting something new every day, you may not be cherishing it as wisdom. You may be looking at it as an obligation. You should be looking at the Bible very clearly, like you would chasing a treasure. You know, Jesus told a parable about a man who found a treasure in a field. He sold everything he had so he could buy that field. Another man was in the marketplace and he found a pearl that was so valuable that he just couldn't believe what it was worth. He went and sold everything he had so he could own that one pearl. We need to recognize the value. It's critical. Absolutely critical. So guys, I appreciate the fact that you and we get this time together, but I also hope that I make it clear on a very regular basis. I'm grateful for us. Time together. I'm glad to share. But if you're not taking the time for yourself, you're using up the things that you're given, and you're not cherishing it. And I'll promise you, a house built on used up wisdom, it's not going to be very good. I know, I've tried it for years. It's time. Guys, it's time for you to come alongside me in the harvest. It's time for you to gain your wisdom so you can share it with someone else. So that you can put a passion in their lives to get into the Word as well. This is what's most important. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.